We're rolling, by the way.
Okay.
So what's up, Larry?
Not much. Not much is going on. It's been a minute.
It's been months, man.
It's been a minute.
Busy.
Something happened for you. What happened?
I had a baby.
Oh my gosh, the first man in the world to born a baby?
No, I didn't have a baby. Did you ever see when
Twins?
when there's a transgender man had a baby?
Like, out of his
No.
self?
Well, it's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Identifies as a man.
Okay.
And it was like
Oh, so the person had the parts.
right.
Yeah.
And it was all over the news, like first man having transgender man has baby or whatever, and Ben Shapiro was like, how about woman has baby?
Yeah.
That should be
That's the tagline.
the tagline, you
Yeah.
know, in the news. Like, how about woman has baby?
Do you watch
That's
a lot
it.
of Ben Shapiro?
I love him.
I love him
He's
too.
hysterical.
I think he's great because he's so robotic. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't get emotional about anything you ask him. Everything with him is just, no, I'm just going to tell you the facts. I'm going to tell you the facts about why you're wrong and why I'm right and you're stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always one way.
Yeah.
He never.
He ripped apart some girl. I remember they were talking about identifying, and he said,
How
here's
old are you?
yeah. Why don't you identify as a 65-year-old? Why? You know why? Because you're not.
You're not.
Yeah.
Well, that's your age, not your gender.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Which is, you can actually make a argument that it's easier to say, I identify as a 65-year-old. I feel like I'm an old soul, rather than I identify as the opposite gender.
Well, I saw a video where a guy went to like the Social Security office and he's like, yeah, I'm here to, I want to collect my benefits. And they're like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 68.
Uh-huh.
And the guy's like, excuse me? He's like, well, here's my license. It says I'm 30 something.
Yeah, but I identify.
But I identify as 68. I've just always felt like an old soul.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I don't care if you identify as a freaking dragon. You can't
You're not
get
getting your Social
benefits
Security.
yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I
Not
don't
yet.
care what you think. All right, so this is what we got to start with.
Okay.
Okay, go to YouTube, and it's Yanni or Laurel.
Yanni or Laurel?
Yeah, I think if you Google that,
Yanni, why
Yanny, there it is, right there.
versus Laurel?
Yep. And then click the third one.
This one? The
No,
blue
up one, up one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, I guess I counted the ad. Yep, that one. Click that. Okay.
The 2018 Ford F-150 doesn't just raise the bar, it is the bar.
Not to change the subject, but Ford just announced that they're going to only be making like 3 cars.
Friends, families, and co-workers. Do you hear the word Yanni or Laurel?
Yanni. Yanni. Yanni.
So,
What do you hear?
Yanni.
So what do you
That's what I
think?
hear.
Twitter data actually shows 47% of people on the site hear Yanni. Oh, and 53% hear Laurel. Wired editor-in-chief and CBS
Okay, so
contributor
get out of this.
Thompson
So apparently, I
Yeah.
guess somebody was doing a project and
Nick,
they
how can people hear
looked up the
such-
word.
You want me to go back to
Yeah,
it?
yeah, go back. And online, it's supposed to be Laurel,
Mm-hmm.
but they hear Yanni. Okay, now go back up to the search and just put Donald Trump after that. And then, yep, the first one. This is funny.
So
Does he actually weighs
Listen,
in on
yeah,
this?
yeah, listen.
It's Laurel.
Definitely Laurel.
It's Laurel. But I could deflect and divert to Yanni if you need me to.
It's clearly Yanni.
Yanni, definitely Yanni.
Yanni's the winner, Laurel's the loser.
Sarah, it's been reported that you
What do you
hear
hear?
Laurel. How do you respond?
Clearly you're getting your information from CNN because that's fake news. All I hear is Yanni.
Oh man, that's Laurel.
Laurel. It's Laurel, America. Definitely hashtag Laurel.
Who's Yanni?
I hear Kofefi.
What do you say?
Kofefi.
What's Kofefi?
You never saw when he tweeted Kofefi?
No.
He
Like,
tweeted
his-
something like a
to say
made up word,
coffee?
Kofefi. No, Kofefi.
Wait, so there's people who actually hear the other word?
There's people who hear Laurel. Like, what color was the dress?
People all over the
Yeah,
world
gold,
listening
blue,
to
white.
this,
What was it?
arguing about
Was it white and gold or was it blue and black?
I really have no recollection of
or
it.
Laurel.
Type it in and let me know. What do you think?
Yanni. Yanni. Yanni.
How does anybody
How does-
hear Laurel out of that? We're going to discuss.
Yeah.
Why the
Some
answer is
people
so
hear a
much.
high-pitched
So
voice
many
saying
of us.
Yanni. Some people hear a deeper voice saying Laurel.
You hear Laurel? Yes. No.
So what was the dress again? Blue dress?
Well, I wouldn't go on YouTube.
Oh.
It's a search at the top.
Blue or black dress? Blue and black dress?
Yeah.
How to see the dress both ways. I don't know what that's gonna be.
Just
around.
look at a picture. Just go to Google.
Oh, wrong button. Oh, I hear it. They're starting. Blue dress. Blue or black dress.
Blue or gold
dress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Images.
Okay. What do you
see?
say? I see blue and gold. What do you say?
I see white and gold.
It could be like.
It's a
whitish,
bluish tint. I
Yeah.
can see the bluish tint. But some people see blue and black.
like that.
Not
one.
gold.
Like this
blue and
one
black.
on the left.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. People are freaking stupid.
That looks white and gold to me.
Yeah, with a bluish, purplish
Right.
tint. Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that Trump weighed in on it.
So
Pfeffy.
you're going somewhere tonight too, right?
Yes, Rise. Is it called Rise Invitational?
I think so.
We have 3 people,
4.
right? Four?
Yes. No, it's Rise 4.
Oh,
Yes, I believe there is Sensei Pace.
Trisha Ramirez.
And Lauren Rose. Lauren Rose, she always gets put up against girls from Dante Rivera's team.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
they
it
never make
another
weight.
girl from Dante Rivera's team?
I don't know, because I saw that they had a substitute this week. They took out her original opponent, who was from Dante's team, and put in somebody else. I don't know if it's another person from Dante's team. But the last event she did, where she went up against somebody from Dante's team, the girl was like almost 10 pounds overweight. And you know Lauren's short. This girl was also like 5'10", and Lauren beat the crap out of her. I got mad.
The last time I saw Lauren grapple was at in a cage match
Yeah.
in Queens. Was that
At
the one?
EFC.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was against a Dante girl.
Yeah, my guy's doing a kickboxing match in a cage
hmm
next month.
The refereeing I do, usually that's what they have. They usually just set up the cage, and then they have grappling matches in it. They do kickboxing matches, and they do
And MMA.
MMA matches.
That's
in it.
pretty cool.
This place doesn't have its own site, though.
No. Maybe on Facebook?
You think it'll be on the Facebook?
On the Facebook?
Mm.
It hasn't been the Facebook since like 2005.
Remember that movie?
What movie? Oh, this movie?
Seeing you in 1 year. They're making
Wick
another
3?
John Wick movie?
I didn't see 2.
I did. It was good.
As good as 1?
JW3. No, can't be as good as 1. What am I looking for? I got lost. Rise?
Rise. Invitational. Here you go. Boom.
So Nick's fighting the guy he fought last time.
Yes, and this time they're doing 1 round of EBI overtime. So you start on the back or in spiderweb.
Mm-hmm.
Fastest escape, fastest submission wins.
I love the EBI overtime rules. I
Mhm.
think it's great. That's the problem with jiu-jitsu matches, is it could go forever. Literally, it could go forever. That's what the Gracies used to depend on. They used to
No time
want you,
limits.
90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, until you're just like, you know what, whatever. Take it. I got things to do.
But the thing too is different tournaments have different rules.
Mhm.
It's like some tournaments do, 20-minute round, first 10 minutes, no points.
Mhm.
So that people will go for stuff.
That's
Metamorphs.
They do it like that, I
And then the next 10 minutes, they do points, so that there is a winner. And then EBI, there's no points whatsoever. It's all based on submissions.
And then,
And then the overtime is either fastest submission or fastest escape.
and how many times do you get in the overtime in EBI?
It depends.
Yeah.
So when Pace did it, the first 2 rounds were 1 overtime.
Uh-huh.
The last one was 3 overtimes.
Because you don't
usually,
want to go for out, yeah.
It's usually 3 overtimes.
Okay.
Yeah, because
did-
the same thing. There's no time limit on that overtime.
Yeah.
So if you're riding somebody's back or you're in the spiderweb for 15 minutes,
Isn't
that's-
that what John Michael did last time? I think he had the guy for so long on his turn in overtime, and then when it flipped, I'm pretty sure that's
He
how
got caught in an
when it
armbar.
flipped, because he was exhausted. He had no stamina left. And that's what Nick did last time when he fought too. In the
you got the guy in an arm triangle.
He had him there for almost the whole round, and won on time. I think that's how they do it. I think a lot of people look for that in the EBI. They look for, I'm not going to get tapped out in the match, and then I'm going to play the overtime rules.
Or you could just be Craig Jones and tap 3 people
yeah.
out in 2 minutes
Craig Jones.
with heel hooks.
I'm Craig Jones. How'd you like those? They were good?
They were good.
DVDs? Yeah?
We're good.
Good DVDs. Did you watch through the other ones I sent you?
No, I didn't look at those yet. I watched a little bit of one of them, like 15 minutes, but it's so much.
What do you do when the system fails you?
Fuck it, try a leg lock.
It's the greatest thing ever. I always show that to some of my kids, and I was like, just don't say the swear word. But it's a great explanation of jiu-jitsu. I have been saying that same thing to my kids since I started teaching. For the little ones, there's 3 things. For the bigger ones, there's 4. Real simple to make jiu-jitsu simple. You have to take your opponent to the ground. You got to get on top of them. You got to hold them down. So that's for, and then if you do submissions, then you got to tap them out. It's the simplest explanation of jiu-jitsu. And then I heard John Van say it way better.
Way better.
With more detail and explanation.
The legs are dangerous.
Yes. First, you must get past the dangerous legs. And then what do you do, Joe Rogan? Go for submission. Oh, it must be a 10th planet.
It must be a 10th planet black belt. I was like,
He's creepy. And he never takes that thing off.
He's always in a rash guard.
Didn't you tell me he went to a wedding?
I heard he went to a wedding with like a tuxedo rash guard. He's always in a rash
guard.
guard.
Goes out to eat, he's wearing a rash guard.
Always.
And it's okay, like I'm not cracking on him, but like you would think he'd want to like, look a little better in the rash guard. Make it a little
he's all messed up, he was saying. In the,
yeah.
I was listening to the Big John McCarthy on Joe Rogan. I got through the first half hour, but it was cool because they were talking about like the older UFCs and all that. Did you know the first? I didn't realize the first one had time limit. It's 5-minute rounds, unlimited 5-minute rounds. But
unlimited amount of 5-minute rounds.
Right.
The very first UFC, the one
very
where the
first
kickboxer dude kicks the Abdullah the Butcher in the face.
Kicks him in the face, knocks out his tooth. Yeah. So in the first one, none of them went to the 5 minutes. So the second one, they're like, well, let's just do no time limits. They didn't make it there anyway because they didn't want to stop in the action if it did go the 5 minutes. And I think that's, who's the one, was it 3 or 4 where Gracie got?
With chemo?
No, the big, Dan Severn. Was it Dan Severn?
He fought Dan Severn in 5, I think. He beat Dan Severn by leg triangle. And that was his last time in the tournament.
It was like 5, it was like 18 minutes.
Yeah, it was long.
It was a long one.
And it was like we were just saying.
And nobody knew what was happening.
No, it was just Gracie on bottom.
And they're like, oh, it's almost over now.
Yeah.
He's pound. Oh, what happened?
What happened there? Something happened. I remember Jim Brown, the first couple of UFCs.
Why did they get Jim Brown?
He was great. Oh, he was great. He said, what did he say? He said, "Don't you never tell me that a grappler can't beat a wrestler."
Don't you never tell.
It's the same, pretty much the same thing there. Jim, just take the ball and run, Jim. Just take the ball and run. First couple of UFCs were hysterical. I remember watching them. I remember watching them when I was
a little kid.
I was like 18, I think. First UFC came out. I remember ordering them on. I had a dish.
You were 18 in 1993.
Well, let's see, 77. No, in 1993.
That's the first one.
I was
16.
16.
16, 17.
Yeah. I remember. So when I was probably like 18, I remember the Ultimate, right? They am I right? That's what it was called, the Ultimates, where they got like winners of the tournaments and some bigger names in there. And I remember ordering it, and I had a dish, like the Dish Network or whatever it was called, or DirecTV or something like that.
Let me guess. Thunderstorm and cut out?
It wasn't a thunderstorm, it was just cutting out for whatever reason. But I remember Ken Shamrock fought Brian Johnston, I think his name was. I could be getting it right. And he takes him down, he's like this, and as he's about to hit him, it just freezes. And me and my friends were like, no! What's going on? And then it came back. First couple of UFCs were crazy. Ken Shamrock tapped.
And there was also, the first one, there was no groin strikes.
The first one, there was no groin strikes.
In the first one. And then Big John was saying how somebody was like, well, my system, where we were, I could have struck
karate.
I could have struck him in the groin and it would have made the difference. So they're like, all right, groin strikes are allowed. And that's why there's,
Keith Hackney going against Joe Son.
Boom, boom.
Holding him with like this on his throat and punching him in the car. That Keith Hackney, that was the guy who didn't have a left hand. Remember he fought the big giant guy, the sumo wrestler Emmanuel Yarborough, and he hit him with like a ridge hand like this, and he knocked him down. And then the guy could just never get back up. The big guy could never get back up, so he's hitting him. Never once did he hit him with his left hand. He just kept hitting him with his right hand until his hand broke. He was hitting him like it just looked. He was like. He's just like throwing the hand around. Yeah, it was terrible. Speaking of groin shots, Waleed Ismail fought somebody.
That's the ball guy, big ears, crazy looking.
Yeah, he's the guy who tapped out. Who was the first guy to tap out Hoist Gracie in the jiu-jitsu tournament.
Yes.
He fought some guy in Japan and pushed him up against the cage and reached in to his shorts, pulled his cup out, threw it, and then started kneeing him in the groin.
And that was legal.
They didn't stop him. That was in Japan. It was the first UFC in Japan. That was the one too. Sakuraba fought. Did you know that Sakuraba had 2 UFC fights?
Yes.
He fought, and the guy hit him, and when the guy hit him, he dropped down real quick to go for the leg, and John McCarthy thought he got knocked out. So John McCarthy stopped the fight. So it was such a big deal because Sakuraba is such a name in Japan. They had them come back out again and fight again, the same 2 guys. So he has 2 UFC fights.
In one night.
Yeah.
See, that I didn't know.
Against the same guy.
You ever see the Mark Kerr documentary?
Smashing Monster?
Smashing Machine?
Yeah.
Where he talks about, being in somebody's guard and they have a cut and you stick your thumb in.
Oh, God.
And just pull it.
That was
the cut gets bigger.
That was a damaged dude.
He's crazy.
Mark Kerr. He was a damaged dude. That's a sad documentary to watch.
Yes.
Bas Rutten, just like, he's got so much potential. It's just, and wasn't his wife or his girlfriend or something was crazy in that video? Something like
I haven't
that.
seen it in years.
So Nick is fighting the same guy, right?
Yes, Nick is fighting the same guy.
I forget what his name was, Alex or something like
Alex
that.
something. He's got, not Z-Guard, it's called...
Quarter guard?
No, he's got his own thing.
Oh, he made something up?
Yeah, it's like his own... So you're like...
so many variations
You're like in a
of
Z-Guard, and
yeah.
like he crosses his ankles.
Okay.
So you're in half guard, Z-Guard.
And then he does that weird like
and he
push
turns
forward.
around,
Yeah.
right? He
And
turns around.
does like a push up into you to sweep you.
Yes.
And it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It works. I remember I think he caught Nick with that last time. Last time I thought Nick was a little nervous going in. I think it took him a minute or 2 to kind of get into the match.
That was his first like grappling, professional grappling.
jiu-jitsu match against a high ranked guy. He's I don't know much about him, but I hear he's pretty legit.
Pan Am's.
But then Nick started to get a little bit more comfortable, got his back a couple of times. And now they're doing the EBI overtime rule. So
Right. So
that's
coming
gonna be
around
cool.
and then one overtime.
That's gonna be cool. I hope Nick wins. And
Do
who's
they
Danny
do
fighting?
it? They do it on a big mat.
They did. Well, it's gonna be at the Capitale, so it's different than the last place.
But
Last place
it's
they
a
did it
mat,
on the
right? It's
stage.
wide open.
Yeah.
There's no barriers.
It's not a cage or anything like that. So they'll probably set something similar up.
I wonder
They
how
might-
big it is. The EBI is huge.
the
mat
area.
space is huge.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
I mean, they gotta give him a decent. It's gotta be at least 20 by 20,
Yeah.
right? Something like that.
The
It should
EBI,
look
had
cool.
to be, the EBI had to be like 40 feet by
It's gonna
40
look like
feet.
the
It's
Kumite,
huge.
like a
Yeah.
blood sport. And then for the final match, they tilt it down.
Such a good one.
That's one of the good things I actually enjoyed about WCL was their arena, their stage or whatever you want to call it, how it kind of went up at the end.
Yama pit fighting.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
You remember Yama pit
No.
fighting?
No.
So imagine the WCL
Uh-huh.
with a cage on it.
Ah,
So it's sloped 45 degrees on the outside.
that's cool.
So you can't push them against the cage the same way. It actually helps with takedowns.
Yeah.
Because you're at an angle, you can just turn and drop.
Yeah.
I think they only did one event in Jersey. I think it was too.
Yeah.
Go, pull it up. Yama, YAMMA pit fighting.
Yama? Pit.
There it is.
Yeah.
Go to
Oh.
images.
Oh, I was gonna look at the video.
Walk in the world.
Yep.
And we're tonight.
Western wrestling.
Oh wow, this is the whole event.
Alexi looks like
April 2008.
Yeah.
high calves. He might have a lot more speed than we think.
See it?
Oh yeah.
I've learned not to underestimate body types.
Oh, but that's that guy.
Inside that chest. And that
Blatnick, Jeff Blatnick from the first couple UFCs.
Is it?
Yeah, he was like an Olympic wrestler. Oh no.
Well, those punches aren't doing anything. I can see the referee here, Kevin Noble.
Yeah, it
Duct
is.
tape.
Start to
Look
stand.
at the duct tape on the
On the
combat
glove.
sports, wrapped around the glove. That's weird.
Calling it the samurai.
It's pretty interesting.
Patience.
See the orange part?
Mhm.
Slope.
Again, patience is not.
So you can't wall walk,
No.
essentially.
It'd be really hard to wall walk to get up to it.
Yeah.
And the guy's
Wonder what
gonna
happens here.
move the right arm
So,
out the way.
are you a baseball fan?
Sherman tried to throw a short right
Yes and
hand.
no.
Didn't really
You
get
not
through.
big, right? I actually don't like the sport of baseball, but I'm a huge New York Yankees fan, so I follow the Yankees. Anyway, I think it was the Houston Astros or somebody. They built their field, their stadium, and
The outfield is like that?
yeah, like up by center field, there's a thing that slants up, and I think they had to take it out because outfielders were getting killed. They're running like this, tracking the ball as they run, and they don't realize that there's
it's
a level
slow.
change. And
See,
he's
look.
like,
See
yeah,
the takedown?
actually made the takedown easier, I
Yes.
think, for him.
Goes to the body.
Well, if you push them back, they get elevated, so you kind of get underneath their hips easier.
Were there? Do you remember if there was any like
I think there was. I think
Big
Ray
names?
Mercer. Yeah, I think towards the end.
Ray Mercer?
Was it Ray Mercer?
No, I think he fought in CFFC.
Yes, that's right. Where he
Look at this guy.
Oh, he's familiar. Who is that?
He looks like a WWE wrestler.
Go towards the end. See what the
I think
main
he's
events were.
Tuxer. I've heard that name.
Well, we wish you well in the finals. Great victory.
Thank you very much.
Finals?
Back to you, Bruce.
Yeah, that is the guy. Bruce doesn't.
Victory against Albongo Humphreys.
Is that him?
March.
That's Pat Smith?
And he's won his last 6 fights in a row. Jeff, is he ready?
Yeah, even part of the World Combat League, so he's been active.
World Combat
Certainly
League.
he's
Yeah.
great physical
See, it was around the same time.
experience.
I think that's Pat Smith from the first couple UFCs.
He's faced. So with his
They basically just took the WCL's ring
Yeah.
and put a cage on it.
That's Pat Smith.
And he gets into the frying pan, as it
Yeah.
was described by Bob Meyerowitz, the
So weird
Yellow
looking.
Fit.
Bob Meyerowitz. Oh, Butterbean.
And there he is. He's had
What?
Oh.
Butterbean versus
Pat
Pat
Smith.
Smith.
416.
Damn.
a little bit of leverage. Smith's quick. Here we go.
406, 14 and 13. Damn Liotta. I did a referee course with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. It's fun. It was. I mean, he kind of got distracted during the course, but to hear like he gave like some opinions on some fights and on some some fighters. It was pretty cool. Like he said, he had to referee a match with Rafael Paul Harris. Did he just throw a low kick?
Yes. He's huge, man.
He's a planet.
They were, but his waist is the same.
But they say his cardio is ridiculous.
Yes. I've heard that.
Can you imagine how strong his heart must be
You ever see Jackass where they fight in the mall?
with him?
Yeah. Oh.
I thought beating up
Staying on the outside. Has Butterbean ever been knocked out?
I think so.
Inside kick again.
Ooh.
Pete wants to punch with him.
That's his only weapon.
Oh, I love the shorts.
Kick him in the head.
Right hand.
Those shorts are like curtains at somebody's house right now. That's a shower. That's a shower curtain now.
Kick again, just missed it.
But if he gets on top of you,
He tapped somebody out in Pride
smother?
with an with Americana.
no
He had a
way.
submission with an Americana, yeah.
Matt Smith got an 11.
But Pride, who was it? Chael Sonnen said it the other day. It's hard to gauge to really get good, footage of Fedor because all of his Pride fights were fixed.
Just pretty.
Setting it up.
You think so?
I don't think so. No, you can't. I mean, they could have told some of the Japanese guys that he fought to you're gonna lose this fight. Go in there and just let him beat you up. But how do you fake a fight? Like, how do I fake punch you in the face?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Well, so
Oh.
They'll never get up again.
He'll never get up again.
Trying to chop away at the beam.
Imagine he just goes X-Guard real fast.
So look, there's literally no pressure.
No,
He's just postured up.
he's just to push him back over if he goes.
Yeah.
Then having that anvil on your head of a canvas.
Oh my God.
He doesn't know guard here. He's not presenting a real good defense.
Think he could wrap his legs?
It's just
No.
Look out, that might be it soon. Smith, right to left, Butter.
Oh!
Defenseless right now.
Put your knees in, Butterbean.
See, look, that's stopping him from
Yeah.
getting up.
doing damage.
If you let him up now, he'd be a sitting duck.
Why would you let him up?
Yeah.
Position where the referee might stop it at any second.
I watched one of Shane's fights the other day.
Well, think about this. Look, if Pat Smith mounts him,
2:30.
Butterbean can bridge to his left a lot easier.
Yeah, away from the.
Yes.
From the
Put his
ramp.
feet up on that and
Yeah.
buck him off. If he knew how to grapple. He just need him with the right knee.
Remember when Ken Shamrock? No. Frank Shamrock fought Renzo Gracie and they disqualified him for a knee?
Well, it reminds me of Keith.
They disqualified, I think it was in Strikeforce. They
No.
disqualified him for a knee. He was.
No, Hoist Gracie
Renzo-
won.
No, Renzo Gracie.
Oh, yes. You need him from the bottom of the
Yeah,
side
he
control.
said it was an illegal knee thing. Renzo Gracie played it up great. He was like, oh, my head.
I wonder if Pat will just.
Going back to the pride thing. So when I was on the Ultimate Fighters, there was a kid, Stephen Bass,
Excuse me.
whose coach competed in Pride.
Okay.
And he was known as a grappler.
They stopped.
And they told him, hey, listen, when you go out there, you're not going to the ground. He's like, maybe I'm not going to the ground. And they're like, you want to get paid?
Yeah. Japanese audience don't want to see you on the
He's like, getting $3,000 or something. If it goes to the ground, you don't get paid. You stay standing, we'll double your pay.
Okay.
Keep it on the feet. He was like, okay.
Did they say that too?
Then I think he got knocked out.
Who's the guy who beat up Kimbo? In it wasn't Affliction at that time.
Oh, Seth
Petrozzulio. Something.
Yeah, because Ken Shamrock got cut in the back. Yeah.
And they told him that. They said, you can't take this fight to the ground. This has to be like a kickboxing match. You can't take this fight to the ground.
And then he clipped him when he came in, like in 13 seconds.
Yeah.
That was on Channel 2.
Yep. It wasn't Strike Force.
Elite XC.
Elite XC.
And that was like 98.
Yeah.
It was early. That was
I don't
like
think
the
it was
first.
98, but it was. It was in the 2000s at least.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 2008.
2008 probably.
Like around the same time.
Yeah.
Not 98.
Do you have any info on who Danny's fighting?
None whatsoever.
No.
No clue.
No.
Jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. I hope so.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said about Lauren's girl. Lauren's girl is more of an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
She has more MMA fights than anything else. All right. You want to watch some old UFC stuff? Not UFC. I'm sorry.
You know what
COC.
we haven't talked about?
What?
Infinity War.
Well, I mean, that's ours.
That's true.
That's ours. I've seen it over 20 times already. I got a copy of it.
I was just gonna say you haven't been there. How many times
I saw
did you
it
see
twice in the theater. No, I'm sorry, three
Three
times in the theater. 3 times.
The first
in theater.
weekend.
Yeah. So 3 times in the theater, and then
Thursday, Friday, Sunday. That's what you did.
Thursday night I went. No, I'm sorry. I saw it twice in the theater. So I only saw it twice in the theater. I didn't go on the Friday morning. I went late on a Saturday night, on a Thursday night, and then I was gonna go the Friday morning, but I didn't go. I was too tired. Because I went to see Black Panther first, and then I went to see Infinity War after Black Panther.
I thought of you because they did and I looked to see how much the tickets were, but it was sold out. You go Wednesday morning,
31-hour
and you
marathon.
do all 18 movies.
Yep. 31. It was. I saw they did it in LA. I don't know if they did it out on the East Coast.
They
too.
did it, but it was sold out.
So I watch a lot of the nerd shows on the YouTube, right? And you know the guy Kevin Smith,
Yes.
the
Okay, so-
director. I love
yes.
him. He's a star. I watched Dogma last night, by the way.
Oh, Dogma was
a
so
great movie.
good.
Dog is a great
So
movie.
good.
We do the next best thing. What? Kill people. What? Oh, not you. Shut up. Anyway, so I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I was talking about Infinity War.
Infinity War.
So
All 30 movies.
Yeah, I watched the nerd shows, and one of the guys I watched, the guy who was with Kevin Smith, he always does a show with Kevin Smith, Mark something, I can't remember his name. Fat Man on Batman is what they call their show. So he did it, and he took video of it, not of the movies, of course, but like him doing it, because they would let you out for like 10 minutes, and then they'd start another movie, and then let you out for like 5 minutes, and they'd start another movie. So like bathroom breaks or
You
whatever.
probably have to sleep
in between
during.
movies. He
Oh,
said,
the Incredible Hulk.
yeah, so he was like, he said, so in theory, it sounded like a great idea, right? Then after probably Iron Man 3, I was like, oh my God, I still have like 10 more movies I have to watch.
Yeah, because there's Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Captain America,
No,
Thor.
Thor was before Captain America.
Thor.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2
came out before.
Avengers, Iron Man 3. So
Yeah.
you're 7 movies in.
Yeah.
And you're like, I got 11 more.
He's like, oh my God, I have like 20 hours left of movies to watch. But he said it was good because it's...
You have to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take naps.
I don't think anybody made it through the whole thing. I think he said too, like a couple of times, like people are like, okay, I'm gonna skip, whatever movie I don't have to watch, Iron Man 2 or whatever. I'm gonna go get something to eat or go take a nap in my car or something. How did you like it? We can spoil it. We're gonna spoil the shit out of it. That's okay. We can spoil
It's been
it.
out 3 weeks if you didn't see it yet.
And did you see how much money it made? I think everybody saw it. It's almost up to $2 billion worldwide already.
That's what they're saying. Will it break the 2 billion?
It'll get to 2 billion.
What's the record? Avatar with 2 point something?
2.4 billion?
And Titanic is at 2 also, right?
Yeah, and Titanic is different because of the... Why do I keep going on the track? Titanic is different because of the time.
I think they take that into account.
Oh, inflation?
I think they do that.
All-time box office.
There you go. Boom. Boom.
So...
Overall records.
Where do you see it? Bless you.
Thank you. Well, this breaks it up differently. Go back
Yeah.
one. Go back one. Do worldwide or something. That's domestic. Yeah.
All-time worldwide box office.
There you go.
Okay.
So Avatar
2.7, almost 2.8. There's only 3 movies that have ever made over $2 billion.
And Avengers is at 1.7 about.
Yeah.
So they debuted in China already.
Yes, and it
And that
did
was crazy.
200 plus million in China on their opening.
They'll definitely break
I,
two.
I think it's opened everywhere.
Now
Black
this is the
Panther's
thing.
still
Is
in theaters.
Deadpool's gonna pull from it a little bit.
Yeah, it will, but like when I went to see Infinity War on Thursday night, the theater was packed, and they had 4 shows. They actually added another show that night at like 3 o'clock in the morning
Oh my God.
because it was so packed.
Right.
Last night there was seats available in the theater I was at. There were still seats available. Like it wasn't sold out
Wait, you went last night and saw it?
to see Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but let's see if they have that. The early ticket. You know what I mean.
Deadpool pre-sale.
If I go to Box Office Mojo. Oh, not that. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Foxy Charm.
Not sure what that is.
Let's not click that.
Just so you know, there is no such thing as chicks with dicks. It's only dudes with boobs.
Dead 2.
Okay. Takes aim at opening weekend, Thursday night. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, they don't have Thursday night up yet. Or do they?
No, Thursday 5/17 is unavailable.
Yeah.
Infinity War making 6 million.
That was this is what it made this week already. Infinity
15.
War has made
Almost.
20 million, right? That's 10-14, another 2 days, probably like 20 million just during the week. That's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't have last night, so usually they do. It'll probably be up later, like around noon. And what the third?
Who's your favorite character?
In Infinity War?
Mm-hmm.
Thor.
Thor and Iron Man.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not a huge Iron Man fan. I like him a little bit, but I'm not a huge Iron Man fan. I loved, more so than like an individual, in Infinity Wars, I loved Rocket and Thor. Oh, Sweet Rabbit. I loved them. I loved Iron Man and Doctor Strange.
They were good together.
When he's like, did you really just say something? He's like, are you really leaning on the cauldron of whatever, and smacks him.
Well,
He's
let
like,
that go.
I'm gonna allow that. And then they just keep going back and forth. Who else did I like? I like Thor with all of the Guardians. I like Thor in everything.
But that was the best part, like the interactions with all those different
People
characters.
who don't usually interact, yeah. And I my favorite scene of the whole movie is when T'Challa says, open up whatever grid on the force field or whatever it's called, and then they start running, and then you see Cap and Black Panther ahead of everybody. But I was like, why isn't Winter Soldier keeping up? He can run real fast too. But anyway, and then they jump over the river or whatever it is, and they get right into the battle. That was my favorite part of the whole movie.
Jimmy's calling me.
Yeah. Oh, let's take the call.
Let's take the call. Why not? Hello. I'm in the back doing a podcast.
For those of you who don't know, Jimmy is UFC bantamweight.
I can't today.
Jimmy Rivera.
I gotta get a haircut. I have a haircut appointment.
Is he here?
He's here.
Okay. Tell him I have the thing set up for his.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
I have the thing set up for his.
He has the thing set up
for
you.
his promo stuff.
For your promo stuff.
For his weekend.
Larry said he has the thing set up for you.
A photo shoot.
Pace isn't here. That's fine, but you're here.
We'll get whoever.
He said you're here. That's all that matters.
That's all that really matters.
That's all that really matters.
We're just gonna give the people what they want.
Well, he said he could do them another day.
Whoever is here, I can get.
Whoever is here, he could do today.
And then next week, I'll get some more.
And then next week he'll get
there's
the other people.
There's no meeting next Tuesday, right?
He said, how about we just do it? Hold on one second. There you go.
What's up?
While he's taking the call,
well, I have it all set up already. Is there anybody here? Okay. All right, cool. Nobody's here today? Okay. All right. Bye. Where did Louis just go?
Bathroom.
Oh, bathroom break?
So we're not shooting? Or we're just getting Jimmy?
I'm gonna grab whoever. I'm
Grab
gonna see if I
whoever,
grab anybody.
so that we
At
can
least test
at least
Yeah.
test it out.
Do you enjoy?
What do you say?
I forgot. I wasn't really listening. I think he said something he wants to do his on Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, the interactions.
So I liked all of that. I loved Thanos.
He was awesome.
I thought he was great.
I can't believe they didn't do with Doctor Strange and Iron Man. He didn't say no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Because they both played Sherlock.
Yeah. Sherlock Bros or something they called him. That would have been cool.
I thought it lived up to the hype. They crammed so much stuff in, but it worked.
It didn't feel forced.
Right. It didn't feel like jumbly. Like everything flowed. It was good. Now we could speculate for a whole year.
Well, I saw something too that they said that the original plan was to have Iron Man meet up with Cap somewhere.
Yes.
But then they thought, well, it's better to keep them apart in this movie because they're the two main ones, right? You would say of the Avengers, Cap and Iron Man. They're the two
one of them or both of them are dying.
I think it's gonna be Iron Man. See, in the comics, Cap took the gauntlet. I think Iron Man's gonna take it.
I think Captain's gonna die, and Tony's gonna go off into the sunset.
I think.
Did you hear what Gwyneth Paltrow said?
No.
Dude, you're not up on.
No. What'd she say?
She did an interview and she said, "Yeah, there's a 10-year jump, and Iron Man has, he's married. We have a kid." So they kind of planted that seed in the beginning of the movie.
Morgan.
So supposedly time travel comes into play. You've seen that, right? With the things on their hand or whatever, with Ant-Man, and they're at the first Battle of New York. So supposedly there's a 10-year time jump forward. And I guess everybody's dealing with
the aftermath
of everybody being gone, and somehow they have to try to reverse it.
So they go forward, like in the beginning of the movie.
Well, maybe
and
it takes them
figure out to fix it.
Maybe it takes them 10 years to figure out time travel.
Yeah.
And then they go back in time and they can clean some stuff up.
Well, you figure that something's gonna happen because Doctor Strange said,
"This is the end game."
I looked at 14,600,000 whatever, and there's only one we won. And he said that, and then, when he gave up the thing, so now he has that knowledge. He knows what's going to happen, so he gives up the time gem to Thanos, and tells Tony it's the only way. Like it had to.
But he couldn't tell him the rest of the plan. Can't tell the rest of it.
Why not? Come on, man. Who else was good in that movie? I liked the Black Order, which is Thanos' people. Ebony Maw.
Ebony Maw was great.
He was awesome.
But they kind of just...
The girl was awesome. Yeah, they kind of... I mean, in how much time do you have in the movie? You can't really go too deep into that.
Well, they broke it down. There was a website, comicbookmovie.com, where they put everybody's time.
You mean screen time?
Screen time.
Yeah.
And
Thor had
Black
the most,
Panther's in it 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Thor had Thanos had the most. Gamora, Thor, Iron Man. And even Iron Man's in it for 18 minutes.
Yeah, Cap's not in it for all that much.
Cap's in it for less than 10, maybe 9 minutes or something. It's crazy. Well, because they had a...
How are you going to mix... You can't give everybody the same amount of time.
So go to YouTube and type in Screen Rant Pitch Meeting.
Screen?
No, YouTube.
Oh.
The tube. The YouTube. I didn't say the YouTube.
That's why.
I said
you got to
YouTube.
phrase it the right way.
I didn't. Screen Rant.
Screen.
Rant. Pitch Meeting. There it is. Boom. Okay.
Top one?
No. These are hysterical, but go to Infinity. There it is. On the bottom. Boom.
Thanos' eyes.
These are hysterical.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
Oh, you're going to watch all of them today.
Yeah?
They do all the Marvel ones.
Should I call in? Should I call out of work?
So you have that Avengers Infinity War script for me? Yes, sir, I do. And this one's all about a guy named Thanos who's trying to gather Infinity Stones. Oh, what's he like? Well, let's just say if Bruce Willis was a Pokemon, this is probably what he'd evolve into. Ooh, scary. Yeah, this movie's gonna get real dark. Sounds like stuff is getting serious. Oh, yeah. I mean, you'll still have time for a quick, lighthearted Ben & Jerry's commercial, right? Oh, Ben & Jerry's? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, great, because I already cashed that check. I actually threw in a fair amount of jokes to balance out the darker moments. Keeping that Marvel vibe
It
to
was
it. What
dark.
kind of jokes are we talking?
Right?
We had this idea that maybe some characters
Thanos wasn't
call other
comedic
ones
at all.
by names that aren't their real names, right? Right. And so Yeah, that'll be a lot of the jokes. I'm not sure I get it. Well, like Tony calls this bad guy Ebony Moss Squidward. Okay, yeah, I guess that's funny. And Thor calls Rocket Rabbit. Yeah, okay, he's not a rabbit. And Tony calls Star-Lord Mr. Lord. Uh-huh. And he also calls him Flash Gordon. Right. And Thor calls Groot Tree. All that character
This is
says
my friend, Tree.
And Star-Lord calls Thanos Grimace. So you're like really leaning into this name thing. And Spider-Man's gonna think that Doctor Strange is a made-up name. Are people gonna notice that so many of the jokes are based on character names? I don't think so, unless some jerk on the internet points it out. Well, okay then. So tell me more about Thanos. You mean Pokemon Bruce Willis? Please stop making name jokes. That's not his real name. That's not his real name. Yeah, I get the joke. Well, Pokemon Bruce Willis thinks that there aren't enough resources to go around, so he wants to destroy half of all life in the universe. Oh, wow. Does that include, like, plants and animals? I don't know. Probably not, because those are natural resources. What if there are planets where there are just plants and animals? I don't know. Maybe half of them die in those cases? What if there's a planet where there's, like, 1 million animals and one dude? I don't know. Would half the animals die, or would half that dude die? I don't know. Would his left side just go limp or something? I'm hoping people don't think about Thanos' plan this much. It's just something he wants to do real bad. Okay, it's more of a shut your brain off and enjoy kind of thing. Done and done. Anyway, Gamora's like, well, Thanos can't get the Soul Stone because I'm the only one who knows where it is. Okay, so she goes into hiding? No, she goes directly to him. What? I mean, she tells Star-Lord to kill her if Thanos manages to grab her. Still, that seems pretty irresponsible. Oh yeah, very much so. Huh. And Thanos has the Reality Stone, so he easily grabs Gamora from the Guardians. What does he use the Reality Stone for? More bubbles than you'd expect. Oh, bubbles are tight. But essentially, he can make whatever he wants become reality, so like Drax and Mantis turn into Slinkies and stuff. Well, that's game over, right? If he could turn everyone into Slinkies, that's game over. Yeah, he can literally alter reality. Wow, but he's not really gonna do it that much. Oh, because? Yeah. So is Doctor Strange gonna use the Time Stone to save the day like at the end of his movie? No, he's not. How come? Because. Fair enough. Yeah, here's the thing. The powers we've established for everybody, there's probably a lot of ways they could bring down Thanos. Yeah, it feels like fans are gonna point all of those out online. That's right, and that's why I included a scene I like to call Shut the Hell Up, Everyone. Oh, I like the sound of that. What is it? We're gonna have Doctor Strange look into the future and say that out of 14 million outcomes, he only sees them winning one. Oh, very smart. Yeah, so anytime someone online tries to criticize the movie, somebody else will chime in like, well, it probably had to happen that way because that's the only way Doctor Strange saw them winning. Exactly. Shut the hell up, everyone. There you go. So what else happens in the movie? Well, some of the characters blast a hole in a ship and Ebony Maw goes flying out into space and then he flies back like Mary Poppins. No, I thought of that, but then I was like, this isn't Star Wars. Bummer. Sorry. So what do they do about the hole in the spaceship? Well, Iron Man closes it up because he has this cool new thing where his suit is like basically magic. Oh, it is. Yeah, it fixes up holes in spaceships and morphs into whatever he needs in any given situation, and it closes up massive stab wounds. How is that possible? Nanotechnology. Yeah, but what does that mean exactly?
Nanotechnology.
But how exactly nanotechnology? I don't know. Okay, nanotechnology. Sounds good. Yeah. So what do some of the other characters do in the movie? Like, what's up with Captain America? Oh, he has a beard now. That's it? Pretty much. Black Panther. He goes, "Ya Bombay." Black Widow. She's gonna have this little moment where she's surprised to see that Bruce is back on Earth, even though he's the one who called them. Oh, well, that's sweet. She's also going to be part of a lady fight where all the women team up to fight the female antagonist. That's progressive, right? Maybe. What about Winter Soldier? He has a new arm and he picks up a raccoon. Hawkeye? Not even in it. Ant-Man? Nah. I gotta say, it feels like a lot of characters are getting sidelined. Well, you asked me to shove 75 main characters into a single movie, you sick bastard. I did do that. I haven't slept since 2015 and I hate you so much. Hey, throw that Tyrion Lannister dude in there. I like him. Please stop. Please stop. Alright, so you're gonna have everybody fight a big generic army of bad guys? Wouldn't be an Avengers movie without that. So what's this army gonna look like? Well, picture what it would look like if Venom took over Goro from Mortal Kombat. Okay, so yeah, like 1 million Venom Goros. Very cool, and how do the heroes end up stopping Thanos? Oh, they don't. What? Yeah, no, he's gonna get all the stones and erase half of all life in the universe, but it's gonna be hard to wrap up a movie if the bad guy wins. Actually, super easy. Barely in... Oh, you're disappearing. Okay, and you're gone. Okay, that doesn't feel satisfying at all. I mean, I know you're gonna come back because we have a bunch of other meetings planned. And there it is. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Hey guys, Ryan.
That was it. That was good. And they do that. I'm gonna watch a bunch of these.
Oh man, they do all the Marvel ones. They did Green Lantern. They did Star Wars. They did Friends. They did Seinfeld.
I gotta watch.
You ever watch Seinfeld?
I watched the show, but I gotta watch the Green Lantern one of those.
The Seinfeld one is funny.
Yeah.
because they talk about these jokes that we make, you know, they're gonna be timeless. He's like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, you know how if you tell somebody you're gonna meet them somewhere, and then you go there and they're not there, you're like, oh my God, how do I find them?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that joke's always gonna work. I mean, unless somebody comes up with a device where you can send messages
back and forth
instantly to somebody. You know.
That's good.
No, but those are hysterical. There's like 20 of them. They come out like once a week or something.
So if you were gonna give Infinity War a score, 1 to 10, we'll go 1 to 10.
What's a 10 movie? Like, what would you give a 10 to?
A perfect movie, like
a perfect movie.
Goodfellas. I'd give Goodfellas a 10.
Let's give an action
Godfather
movie.
2.
If it's an action movie, you know, like Gangs of New York, I would give a 10.
The First Predator. I would give The First Predator a 10.
It's also an 80s movie, so there's a cheese factor.
Yeah.
Come and get me!
Yeah.
Do it!
Get him to
do
the
it,
chopper!
do it. I'm here now! Do it! Kill me! Kill me now!
What's the best line in that movie? It's from Jesse Ventura.
Which is what?
I ain't got time to bleed. Dude, you bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed. He's like, oh, really?
That's the best reason.
And
He's
he
like,
shoots.
do it! Kill me now! I'm here! Do
And
it!
he just walks around.
Yeah.
And then all of a
Do
sudden he's
it!
like,
Kill me now!
he just turns his head.
I don't know.
I would give Infinity War
9.8.
Yeah, I'm up 9.5 or higher, 9.5 or higher. It's definitely
It was awesome.
There's nothing in the movie that I didn't like. There's nothing that I was like,
Now you know.
Take that out.
You know, Black Panther's coming back because that movie made too much money. Spider-Man's already scheduled. They're already shooting.
I think they're filming it now.
Right.
Yeah. Guardians. All the Guardians have to come back because they just announced that they're doing Guardians 3.
Do you feel like gypped out? Like
no.
Because some people are like, okay, they all died, but you know they're coming back.
No.
But still, like when Spider-Man was dying.
Oh my God. I did you cry at all during the movie? I cried twice.
No.
I cried when Spider-Man.
I knew that was happening.
I mean, not like sobbed, cried, but I.
But
cried
it got me. I got like
when Spider-Man was going. It got me.
It was the start.
Actually, I think I got emotional 3 times. When Spider-Man went.
Gamora.
When he threw Gamora off, I got emotional.
Oh, when she was like, you don't love anybody.
Yeah. When she's like, ha, finally.
Yeah.
F you. And then, tears, really. Really, dude, tears.
And then Red Skull was like, they're not for him.
Well, why does he have tears? Oh, what? Really? And also at the very end, when Cap is sitting there and everybody had already dusted away, and he's just like, oh my God, like
and
that.
They're all there.
Yeah, because I'm looking at him like, don't you dare start to fizzle out. Don't. Okay, Cap's safe. Okay.
See, I think Cap's gonna wear the gauntlet and die.
He did in the comics, but I think it has to be Tony. Has to sacrifice himself. Because he has the easiest out.
Who?
Tony. Because you could keep bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as AI. As the voice in Iron Man. In the suit. You know what I mean? Cap goes.
I feel like Cap's gonna go because it kind of brings it full circle. What did he do in the first movie? He sacrificed himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can keep Iron Man. You know, he could do cameos.
Well, that's
they
what
pay him so much.
That's what they say the future of all of these movies are going to be. They're not going to have solo movies.
Right. It's all
It's going to be like, for example, the next Spider-Man movie could have
Hawkeye.
Thor in it or Hawkeye in it or somebody like a random or one of the newer.
Thor needs to be in the next.
What did I hear that they said? Shuri, that her and Spider-Man are going to have a lot of interaction going forward in the Marvel universe. Yeah, it was a good movie. So I read too about Spider-Man. The reason why he freaked out a little bit more than everybody else
Spider
is
sense
because of his Spidey sense. He sensed something was going on. He's like,
which makes
something's going on. Something's going on.
That's why he's like, I don't. Everybody else is this weird. He's like, I don't feel too good.
The only one who looked like there was pain or anything was Drax. Drax kind of went a little slow. Like it started at his hand.
And then he was like, ah. Yeah.
If I was gonna give, to be critical of the movie, like overly critical, I would say that Drax is he's only comic relief now.
Yes.
He doesn't. He's good comic relief.
You know he improvised that line. I'll give you one better. Why is Gamora?
What? Huh?
That was Batista.
Don't worry, Quill. I can take it. No, you can't. No, he's right. You can't take that. You can't take that job. And I did like though when he's like, I'm invisible. I have mastered faster, but I'm moving so slow. You can't see it. Hi, Jax! Damn it. I like her too. Mantis.
Mantis.
I like her too.
No,
we're here to take ass and kick names.
What master do you serve?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to say Jesus?
What are you, from Earth? I'm from Missouri. Yeah, that's on Earth, dipshit. That was pretty cool. But he says, he's like, all right, listen, I like your plan, but it sucks. So let's try my plan, because it might be really good. What, did you just really say all that?
Yeah.
Really? Are you yawning? Are you yawning while I'm doing this?
I
stopped listening after you said we need to make a plan. Jax is great. So, with this out, top 5 Marvel movies. That could be our 2 guys' top 5.
Oh, top 5 Marvel movies.
Want me to go first?
You gotta put Infinity War first.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1 through 5.
Okay.
Infinity War, Winter Soldier. Infinity War, Winter Soldier, Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that bounced into my top 5 too.
Infinity War.
Yeah, I have the first Avengers in there.
Infinity War. What I say? Infinity War.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Thor Ragnarok. Civil War.
First Avengers.
And yeah, First Avengers. Iron Man 1 was good too.
Iron Man 1 is in there.
Yeah, those would be my 5.
Yeah, my top 5 would probably be still Winter Soldier number 1,
Mm-hmm.
Infinity War,
Mm-hmm.
Civil War, First Avengers, and then either Iron Man or Thor Ragnarok. I loved Thor Ragnarok. I cannot say how much I love that movie. Now, I am a heterosexual man. Is there a D or a T?
Hetero. With
D?
a T.
With a T. Heterosexual male.
Heterosexual.
But Chris Helmsworth is a beautiful human being. Is he not a beautiful human being?
I like a bear with the short hair.
Yes, he's very attractive with the short hair. Oh, got a haircut? Yeah. Yeah, I see you took my beard.
Mm-hmm.
This is my friend Tree.
No, that was good when he's like, I am Groot. He's like, I am Captain America.
He says, I am Steve Rogers. Yeah. Groot. You speak Groot? Yeah, it was an elective.
So, did you hear this?
Ask Groot.
You know Groot's lines, he only says, I am Groot. They write out what his actual line is.
Mm-hmm.
So that Vin Diesel can put emotion into it or whatever to kind of catch the scene or whatever. Do you know when he disappeared what his line was?
I am Groot?
Uh-huh.
Oh, what it translated
What
to?
it translated to? So he looked at Rocket and he said, Dad.
Aww.
As he disappeared. Does that make it worse? That makes it so much worse! Now we gotta go and watch it again.
I loved Groot in that. I go, hey! Look at the acorns on that guy.
Yeah. Oh.
Ever since you got a little sap, you've been a total D-hole. Yeah.
So, Groot picked up Stormbreaker.
That was awesome. So is Groot worthy?
Is Groot worthy?
But is it the same as Mjolnir?
Yes.
It is.
They said
where
yes.
you have to.
So this is
So
supposedly there's time travel, and they're saying Captain America. If you remember, was it the first Avengers or second?
Avengers where he holds it a little bit.
They're gonna go back in time and get
Mjolnir.
and Captain America's gonna use Mjolnir.
Wow.
And Thor's gonna have Stormbreaker.
Does Vision come back?
I don't know.
I love
Loki's gonna be
Stormbreaker.
back. They're saying because they go back in time.
Yeah, I love Stormbreaker. I love that.
I also saw a theory where they said that Loki is Bruce Banner. Somehow Loki
Camouflaged himself.
Yeah.
Well, so the theory of the Hulk. First, I read that he didn't want to come out because he was upset because Thanos beat the crap out of him. So if I'm not the Hulk, if I'm not the strongest, who am I? Like identity crisis. But then I heard that he's mad at Bruce Banner
because he only calls him when he needs him.
Yeah, he's like, dude, like what do they call it? Like a fair weather friend. Like, oh, you're moving stuff out of the garage, so you're gonna call me. Okay, like that's how he feels about it. I think it was more he was upset about.
Both.
Yeah, Thanos whooped him. That was
so
awesome.
quick.
That was awesome. Hulk comes in, smash! Thanos was like, whoosh,
and they're like, let him have his fun.
He the first shot he hits him with, he punches him in the arm, and the Hulk's like,
you saw where he hit him in the neck?
Yeah. Oh, how does that hurt me? That was good. It was good.
So we have a year to speculate what they're gonna do in number 4.
Well, they're gonna do the time travel because they've already shown clips of Cap in that terrible Captain America outfit.
And supposedly with the 10-year time jump that Gwyneth Paltrow was talking about, they also casted Ant-Man's daughter.
And for an older version of her?
Older version, because in the comics she becomes Ant-Man.
She does?
Or
I didn't know
something, a character with those same powers.
I didn't know that.
So they cast her for number 4 as well.
Because you got to leave in a couple minutes, right?
Yes.
You got to leave by 11?
Yeah.
Let's watch at least one COC match. You want MMA or Jiu-Jitsu?
MMA, let's go MMA.
Let's see. I got to see if I can remember this. Some good matches. Who was a good match?
James Johnson, is that a good match?
It's quick. It's a quick match. We can watch it since it's a quick match. It's funny.
What weight was this?
Oh gosh, 100 and under maybe? 105 and under. I just set up the brackets for this year's COC, and James Johnson is in it again. He only weighs 105 pounds.
What's the lowest division?
For COC for boys?
Yes.
Is 105 and under?
I have a kid who's 76
Yeah.
pounds. I'm not 7.
Huh?
Not 7.
Macaulay?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna take him out of that group?
If it's 105 and under?
I can show it to you. No. It's 100 and under. But I tried to make some division. I mean, this is stuff I'm not going to put if we're ever going to air this. I can't put this out there. But Mike doesn't want me to have any two people divisions. He said two people divisions suck. So I had your kid set up in a two-person division, but still the kid was 85 pounds. I think.
But 76 and 85 is no big deal.
That's a big deal. It's 10 pounds.
Not compared to 25.
Oh, yeah. No. It would have been better if it was a two-person division, yeah. There was a few like that. I wanted to make two-people divisions, but I get why not. Like, if you make a two-people division and one's not there, that happened to one of my girls.
Really?
Last COC. Not an expert division, but in kickboxing. Am I the only one who doesn't wear shoes on? I got Shane in my group again. What? This is the same submission this kid beat him with last time. So you know one of the rule changes we have for this year's COC? They're not wearing headgear in MMA.
They're wearing ear guards. It's better.
Yeah.
You guys can see better.
That was when I was speaking.
And it'll add submissions.
When I was well, it's hard to get a choke or something with the gloves. It's hard enough with the gloves, but with the headgear on, it's super hard. But the thing was, and what I was talking with Shannon about was the eyes. I can't see the eyes, and that's a good way to detect if the choke is really in. I don't think this kid's in anymore. Look at Angel. Cheese and fake candy. Here, I'll show you the brackets real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
As long as some of it's probably gonna change because it always does. Okay. Wait, no, this is Mike's. Oh no! Did he do this to mine?
What? I just saw it.
I know. This is it. Okay. So boys.
Okay, let's go boys.
85 and under is the smallest division.
Oh, that's not bad.
85, 80, and 75.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But hold on. Sam Kubler, Ryan, Ninja Man.
I've never seen.
They're all black belts?
Sam is. I don't know who this from Cherry Hill is. I don't know who he is. I don't know why Ninja Man is in there.
Boys 13 to 15 over 160.
That's my kid, Barisha.
Oh, so Jacob would have.
That's the only one. Well, yeah, it was. That's the only one that was allowed to have a division of 2, because that's just so. That's an anomaly.
Boys expert 125 and under. 15 and 17. 35 and under. Oh, see, that's good that you guys broke that up.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a 3-person division and a 4-person.
It was all because of Jason Shulman. Jason Shulman's 107 pounds, and he's still tiny in that division. This kid's good, Desi White. He's really good.
Men's hold on. Christian McCauley 150. John Anke. Where's John Anke?
Right here.
How much does he weigh?
151 to 160. He weighed in at 155.
So who's in Christian?
This is usually the best grouping. This 155.
Shabir, and Jeremy Garcia. Hold on a second.
Can I take a picture of it?
Oh yeah.
I can send this to you if you want.
No, I'll just take a picture. That's cool. Don't move. No.
Are those your two in expert?
Yes.
Didn't you have a girl too, McCarthy?
Yeah, but they never
Jordan?
had a division for her, so I didn't even bother.
She
Just
would
like,
have had.
Go up.
Well, there would have been two. This girl's 90 pounds. The girl from headquarters, Viviana Alvarez, Pablo's daughter.
Yes. There would have been a two-person.
How much does she weigh? Jordan?
80 pounds.
Yeah, so she's, yeah. But I think they fought last time.
Yeah.
And I think, if I'm
She got
correct.
her in a submission.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Guillotine.
Guillotine or
Wait.
triangle? I thought it was
Hold
triangle.
on. Kate. So 110. Okay. Yeah, so she would have been the lowest. That would have been 30-pound difference.
Mm-hmm. You said she was
This
80 pounds.
is grappling or MMA?
This is MMA.
Go to jiu-jitsu?
Pretty much the same.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, most of the divisions are pretty much the same.
Well, no. The grappling, it's 100 and under.
One for boys or for girls? For boys, yeah.
Where's the weights?
Because 99, 95, 86, 80.
But why is that? Why is that kid there, but he's not there in MMA? What was the MMA one? 85 and under.
Mm-hmm.
So why is some of those kids aren't doing MMA grappling?
Yeah. If there's a kid there named Jonathan Hero, who's not in over here. Oh no, he's over here. Yeah, why did they do it like that? I don't know. I don't know what this number is. Rank order? I don't know what that is. But this
Is that for
is
seeding?
100 and under. Yeah.
So you have 100, 120, 120 to 140. Okay, go to men's. Let's see the men's. It's the same. 35 and under.
Here's your boy John. It's a smaller division.
Yeah, the grappling is different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5. So they're going to be on opposite ends of the bracket, my two guys.
Oh, they're in there together.
Yeah, that one they're in together. Because
Well, I'll tell you how that'll work. Your boy John,
yes,
this is jiu-jitsu, he'll
Yes.
get the bye.
why? Because he
He won.
won. He won last night.
Yeah, he won last time.
So he gets a bye.
He gets a bye.
Shabir and DJ fight. Christian and Jeremy fight.
Yeah, one of them, I think Shabir was, I think Jeremy was too last time, but one of them will fight for the right to fight John.
Right. And then
the
Christian
other-
will fight the other guy.
Yeah.
So they'll only meet in the finals.
Yeah, we always try to do that. Unless there's if there's 3 kids from one school in a division, it's hard.
Well,
if there's
then-
2, it's easy.
If there's 3 kids in one school, then 2 of them will meet in the finals, but one will have to meet one of the other
They're
ones
gonna meet
earlier.
somewhere along the
Yes.
way. Yeah.
Because
have
you can't
to.
separate them.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That I understand.
I was practicing this the other day, how to make brackets and stuff.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's I mean it's not, because everything, if there's 3 people, there's a way. 4 people, there's a way. 5 people, there's a way. You just have to remember the way. So,
What do you do for the 5, one person?
That's yeah.
The 5.
The one guy gets the bye, then these 2 fight to see who fights him, and then these guys fight, and then the other one.
It just sucks when there's a 5 or even a 5, 6, 7.
7 is harder than a 5. 5 is pretty simple. 7's a little bit harder.
But you're always gonna have that one person who has to do an extra match.
Yep.
And then it's like, well, why do I have to do the extra match? Well,
You didn't win last year.
Yeah.
If you won last year, you wouldn't have to. But it's
And then
fine.
170.
I see so many of the same names, same people. I want to get more people in the expert division. Who was asking me yesterday? Somebody was asking me that they thought there would be more expert division people because of the way we're doing the test now. There'd be more black belts.
Mhm.
I had one of my kids go for test, failed, and didn't pass, so I took him out of the expert division.
Why not just leave him in?
He needs a confidence boost. He would be in this division with Dean. I already have 2 of my kids in this division. He would be in.
Kisco.
Yeah, he would be in with Dean Delaney,
Yeah.
right? And he's also 11. These kids are all 12 and 13.
Oh, okay, he's younger.
Yeah, and the 2 kids that are
So you guys did your test with Torelli, right? How did that go about?
younger. It didn't go bad. It went better than I thought it was gonna go.
Well, because you can't make a black belt.
I can't. I'm not allowed to make a black belt. So I have to go to either Demetrius or to Torelli. And Torelli, I guess Demetrius set it up with Torelli.
Right.
To do it.
You can go to anybody.
Yeah.
You can go to me.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to Jimmy.
Or I can bring you. I can bring you to my school.
Right.
And do a test in my school. It went well. I because it was the first time we did it, I think, okay, this we can make a little
Did you have
better.
just kickboxing grapple, or did you have him hit the heavy bags?
Kickboxing grapple. Just kickboxing grapple. Yeah. And we could do things better as far as setting up the times. Everybody got there at the same time, so it was kind of crowded.
Right.
And the way Demetrius split it up was every half hour, and I think next time we're going to do every hour. Because it took us 3 hours. We were there for like 3 hours.
That's not bad.
I think we had like 6 groups.
Right.
But it went well. You getting your haircut today?
Yeah.
Shaving? Going bald?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Oh, that's what Jimmy said. Jimmy said, I can't let you leave. You have to hold pads for him.
No.
That's what Jimmy was saying.
He's got to tell me these things. I would have made my haircut appointment later.
Oh, you have an appointment to get your haircut?
Yeah. Book.
I haven't gone to get my haircut in forever. Well, it was great getting back in here.
I'm gonna do something like that.
You're gonna turn gay? Oh, turn. I guess you're not gonna turn anything. We have to make this a more regular thing. Him? Look at the camera. Look
What's
at the camera.
Point the phone.
Oh, no, you don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that. Well, Larry called me gay.
Yeah. Not that it's a bad thing.
He's just gonna go right up. There you go. Wait. Focusing.
Standing by.
Focusing.
Come on, focus.
Back up a
There.
little bit. Back up. There you go. There.
There we go.
There you go. Just with that fade.
Let us know in the comments whether or not you think this is a good haircut for Lewis to get, or if
Well,
you
it's too
think
late because I'm probably
is
gonna
gonna
get.
set.
I'm getting.
the man bun gone.
Yeah. Well, a couple months ago, I'm grappling with Danny,
And he grabbed it.
and he has me in a guillotine, right? And he's not gonna make the guillotine.
No, not your.
We'll just put it. Just put that. Okay. Anyway, so I'm fighting out of it. I get out of it, and we keep grappling. And then bell rings, and I look on the floor, and there's just like a giant hairball.
Mhm.
So apparently on this side, like this hair is.
He ripped it out?
He ripped it out. So this is a little bit shorter because he just it ripped.
Nice.
And then the front of the hair too. See, this is short. It's not.
That's
It's not as long as.
no.
So it doesn't
ripped
go
that out too. That looks funny.
Yeah. So.
All right. It was a great show. Let's not wait 6 months. Do another show. Hopefully next week.
Is
Not
this the
6
first one this year?
Oh, definitely. No. Because we've come in for the
January.
fights a couple of times too.
Yeah.
Gotta get that going too.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Sounds
beans.
good, bro. Peace out.
Oos.